Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is James. I have a little bit different one for you today, but yet I need to answer this question for myself and ultimately, hopefully, answer some questions for you guys as well. So I am pretty much the average guy when it comes to guns and everything else. And what I mean by average is I just take a gun out of the box, just like almost everybody else in this world, and just shoot it, and I expect it to shoot good. However, there's a friend of mine who always seems to be right. And when I say, hey, I got this issue, he's like, did you clean the gun? And I'm like, put some oil on it. He goes, clean the gun, shoot it again. And I got to admit, every time he said that, he's been right. Now, this right here, we've had it on the channel for a little bit. This right here is a 22 ARC. It is a Aero Precision build, it's an Aero Precision build kit. It has a really, really nice camouflage pattern. We have a Ballistic Advantage barrel on this thing. We have the Vortex optic on top, you guys know already. And then, of course, you have Magpul accessories because there's really nothing else other than Magpul as far as I'm concerned. But regardless, this gun shoots fairly well with this specific ammo. This Hornady match right now. This Hornady match is 88 grains. We actually shooting sub MOA groups, so around 0.8 inches. We'll say that. I think it was a little lower, a little higher. Doesn't really matter, but it was sub MOA groups. I believe we shot 3 sub MOA groups back to back to back. Now, so initially when this gun was said, hey, they brought it to the channel, they said, hey, shoot this gun and let us know what you think. They were shooting this ammo here, this Hornady Black, and it is 75 grains, and I was getting groups about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. Of course, that was just me. That's what I was getting, and I was like, "Hey, this is what it's getting." And I got to ask the question: did you clean the gun? I was like, "Well, I wiped the barrel down," and he's like, "Well, you need to clean the gun." And then some more ammo got donated to the channel, and which was this Hornady V match, and it is, I believe, 62 grains. 62 grain ELD VTs, and then he donated the match ammo, which we've already talked about. Now, the Hornady V match here, I got one good group. There's going to be probably just a little bit bigger than 5/8 inch of a group. 5/8 inch, just a little bit bigger than 5/8 of an inch group. I want to say is about between that and 3/4, which is really a good group. And then the follow-up 2 groups from that, they were roughly 2.5 inches. Really don't even be talking about that. Really unacceptable when it comes to groups unless you're shooting a red dot of some kind. And then, of course, we've talked about the match, and I called the guy and said, hey, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting sub MOA groups with the Hornady. And he goes, dude, clean the gun, it will shoot better. He is the guy I go to for everything. I admire him, and I appreciate his information. So if he says clean it, we're going to clean this dang thing, and we're going to see how it shoots. So again, follow up, we had really horrible group, 2.5 inch group for 2, we'll leave it at that, about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, and about just a bit bigger than a 3/4 of an inch group, which is sub MOA, which is really the most important part. But can we do better? I think we can. I really do. So I'm looking at the gun now. It is dirty. We're gonna do some cleaning. I've already got some stuff going. I've got this. I've got a few other stuff we're gonna take. We're gonna clean this gun. We're gonna tear it apart, clean the heck out of it, and we're gonna see how good does she shoot when she's clean. Because really and truly, I think people need to know. And my whole life, I just shot guns and didn't really worry about cleaning them. And so, kind of educational for me as well, hopefully you guys. And so, without further ado, we're going to take this thing apart, clean it. But you're not going to get to see that, guys, because YouTube does not allow that. But regardless, I love y'all. I'll see y'all in a minute. You can see the aftermath of all the rags and everything else. Yes, we got this thing cleaned up. We got her oiled. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. She was filthy, as you guys can see right here in this picture. I had these big Q-tips, medium Q-tips, small Q-tips, whatever. I don't know what size they are. Regardless, they're long. They allow you to reach up in there. And man, we got her cleaned up. I do feel like she's really, clean now. I would eat off of it if it was a plate. Other than the oil, doesn't matter because I do have oil on it now. But regardless. Man, I just checked the functionality of it. She is working. Trigger is working. Trigger reset. Everything seems to be working. She's back together the way she needs to be. Now our biggest test is to go out to the range and see how she shoots, man. And to me, I think the biggest thing is you hear these things, but sometimes you need to see it firsthand. And that's kind of where I'm at. Sometimes, because you grow up doing things a certain way, sometimes you really need to test it and make sure it's the proper way. I can tell you, my friend that told me to clean it is always right. So regardless, we're going to put it to test tomorrow and see how she shoots, man. Regardless, even if she shoots the same. I mean, the match ammo will send them away, so that's, I mean, winner. You have a clean gun and still shoots him away. It's fine. But if she shoots even better, man, y'all gotta stay tuned. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, guys, we're back on the range, and I am super excited. We have a fresh target there from Gun Connection. What we have is a freshly oiled gun, like freshly oiled, and it is sparkling clean, man. That thing is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, we cleaned it up, and I say we, me and you guys. We're gonna burn 3 rounds. I have just 1 round from each of the 3 ammo we're doing. In case I don't remember what we talked about yesterday, it was the Hornady V match, that's 62 grain. We have the Hornady black match, which is 75 grain, and then we have the Hornady match ammo, which I believe is 88 grain. If not, I'll put a little note right here at the top of what it is, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I have 1 from each 3 so that we can save some ammo because we are kind of running low. I'm going to send 3 into the berm, and then I'm going to let the gun cool off a little bit, and then we're going to start sending groups of 3. And then hopefully we get a better groups. And if we do, we're going to look for consistency. As always, I feel like consistency is important. But anyways, let's go. Start off with the V match. We're going to go lightest grain weight bullet to the heaviest, which V match is the lowest, or the lightest, I should say. So we're going to go with that one first. So V match, black match. What we're going to do, V match first. All right, guys, let's go. Round 1. Wait. Top left corner is what we're going to go for. Man. Thanks, spider. Okay. I mean, that looks like a sub-MOA group. About, that looks like about a 0.9 inch group, roughly. Just looking at the squares. Give this thing a minute to cool off, and round 2. 3 of the Hornady black. Turn this off so it's not messing up the camera. All right, we got the camera on down there, I believe. I hope so. Top right corner, Hornady black. That also looks like a sub-MOA group, so we're 2 for 2. This thing cooled down, and then last one. All right, so that also was a sub-MOA group. Probably right along the same as the other one. What we're gonna do, I think, come on baby, you got this, We're gonna shoot, yeah, we have plenty. We're going to shoot this right here, and then we're going to probably go through the same, all the boxes, see if we get consistency. The reason why is that V-match stuff, last time we had a good group, and all of a sudden they spread out 2.5 inches. And I want to see if we get consistency on that one, but also consistency on everything else. And the biggest thing is how cleaning a gun affects your accuracy. So there you go. 3 rounds, baby. The match ammo. Let's go. Bottom left corner. Nice. I wish we had one more because we stacked those last two. Oh my gosh. All right, let it cool. Let it cool. I'm gonna go down there and mark these, and then second round of all of them. Since we had the match out, we're probably just gonna start with the match. Since it's already here, it's out, and then we'll work our way back around to the front. All right, so we're going in reverse order now since this ammo's out. Hornady match. I tell you what, that group wasn't as good overall. We stacked two, but there was just one up high. I don't know. We're gonna shoot it again, see what happens. Looking for, I don't know, just see what it does. Bottom left corner. Damn, dude. So we stacked those bullets in there. It's hard to really say because I marked all the other ones with the black marker, but they're all right there. Like, they're all right there. Sub-MOA group for sure. Don't know what the heck that one flyer was a while ago, but man, those others are just boom. It really seems to like this stuff here. So we're gonna go down there, mess with the camera, and then on to the Hornady Black. Can't wait to see what that does. So definitely sub-MOA group on the last one, right around 3/4 of an inch, maybe about 850 roughly, which is pretty consistent with what we were getting last time we shot the match ammo. So as we said, Hornady Black. Let's see what this guy does. It seems like my friend said clean the gun, right? And I did. He said as you shoot a gun, as you shoot it this time, the groups are going to get better. And so we started the lightest, went to the heaviest. Now we're heading the heaviest down to the smallest. So we're going to see Hornady Black, see what she does. Top right corner, just in case I forgot. Man, it's right there with the other ones. We're going to send one more. I'll explain it here in a little bit, but we're going to send one more. Man, I stacked those. Now that one was off.
What's that? Dirt flying up looked like it was off from the others.
Yeah, the two are right where the other ones are at, but that last one is about an inch lower, but it's all right. It is what it is. Hey guys, welcome into my studio. I do apologize. I really wanted to finish everything out there at the range. However, had some friends show up at the last minute. I was able to finish shooting, but then by the time he left, it was well after dark. Sean and I had to eat dinner. She ended up going to bed, and so here I am. Now, regardless, guys, our goals for today, we were talking about a dirty gun in comparison to a clean gun. Do we lose accuracy? We did answer that today. We're fixing to go over the results, which y'all probably already saw, but we are going to go over the results because I do find it very interesting, especially the AR platform. I just didn't really think it would be that much, but it is. It truly, really is. I mean, the truth is in the pudding, and bam, there it is. And we also wanted to follow up with some consistency. And I do feel like we did find some consistency, which we'll talk about here shortly. Now, what we did is we shot a group of 3 with all 3 bullets. Now, we did have a clean gun. I shot 3 bullets into the berm just because I felt like once you clean a gun, you need to kind of just get that out of there. And so we shot 3 bullets into the berm just to kind of a wash. And then we started with a group of 3. Yeah, you already know. But here's what we did. Now the first group of 3, I marked every one with the black ink, with the black marker. Then we shot back over the top. So the ones that are not black are the second round. The ones that are black are the first round. Okay? So here, this right here was a Hornady V match. Now the first group of 3, just like we had last time, was Sub MOA, which was a phenomenal group. And then the second time we shot that on the last video, we had, I think, about a 2.5 inch group on the last 2. Consistency, but it was weird because we had a good group and then all of a sudden bads. I don't understand that personally. My heart doesn't understand that. Like, how could that specific ammo shoot good and then terrible? I don't know. Sometimes, guys, we want answers that we're just not going to get. It is what it is. Now we move over to the Hornady Black. Now this is the ammo that he gave me. And said that it shoots really good with. And when I was shot it on the channel last time, I was getting about 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches consistently on it. And he was like, "Hey, did you clean the gun? If you clean the gun, it's gonna shoot better." I was like, "Well, I cleaned out the barrel, yada yada," which led us to this video of like, well, let's just do a full cleaning. You see where this is coming from, and I have to admit, he was right again. I mean, that's why I go to him for answers, or I need answers. I go to him because he's right all the time. And the thing with this is, I like that. Like, I like knowing if I call him, he's going to have me an answer and it's going to be accurate. I don't have to worry about it. So this is our second group of 3. Now you see, this first group is the Sub MOA group. Now our last group, I kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I have to own it. You know, when you're pulling a trigger, when that gun goes off, you know where the crosshair's at. Now, I had 2 bullets down here. I don't know which of the 3 were it, but I had 2 bullets down in here. When this bullet hit, that gun was high right there on the top part of that diamond when it went off, which is not where it should be. And the way that free floating reticle is on that free floating center dot on the Vortex Optics, I can put that in the center of this circle, and I can see white all the way around it. When it went off, it was at the top part of this diamond, therefore it hit high. That is 100% my fault. I make a comment in the video. I said I'm going to shoot one more. I'll explain later. That's because it was all me, and I knew it was. It is what it is. I own it. Now I did shoot a third. I should say a 4th bullet, and that bullet is right here. It is doubled up. It pinholed. This, where this X is at, it actually is an oblong circle and it hits to the left. So those 3 bullets there are about a 3/4 inch group, which I think is phenomenal. I know that there is that one little flyer up top, but that is 100% me. And that's one thing where I'm kind of getting into when I shoot groups on the channel. I do want to shoot a couple, 2, maybe even 3 groups, because if you know you mess up, you can at least say, okay, this is what it's actually doing. You can have a good group and then you can have a bad group, as we saw with the V match. The first video, we had a good group and then 2 terrible groups, and so I think it's good to look for consistency. Can you shoot a good group consistently? And that's why I think we should shoot more than just one group with all bullets we shoot from now on. Because guys, as I'm learning, hopefully you guys are learning, and so that's something that I've learned very recently. All right, so now we move into the Hornady match. Now, this one was a little bit weird because we consistently got, even with a dirty rifle, we consistently got about 0.8 and a little less than that, but I won't say 0.8 and 0.9 inch groups, which is great for an AR style rifle. I think that's phenomenal. But regardless, so this 3 right here, about 1.25 inch group. That was our first group of 3. Now again, my friend said as you shoot it, the groups are gonna get better, and he wasn't kidding. And so the second group of 3 we shot, we had 2 pretty much stacked on top of each other here, and then 1 little bitty guy. One little bitty guy right over there. That is about a 3/4 inch group, guys. Without bringing up the calipers, that is about a 3/4 inch group, which I am tickled pink about. I would say for me, either the Hornady Match or the Hornady Black are going to be the bullets that I would shoot with it, simply because I think either one of those are definitely Sub MOA consistently. Now this first group of 3, I'm not sure what happened with that, but the second group of 3 is consistent with what we were getting the last time we shot the gun. Now again, rifle shoots better when it's clean. That is 100% factual. And I'm tickled pink about that because I think it's important to learn something new every day. And man, you got to keep pushing yourself, keep challenging yourself, and keep learning. That is what life's about, guys. Regardless, hope you found that stuff interesting, guys, because I know I did. If not, man, let me know how you feel about it. Maybe there's something else we can test. We can run some further tests. Regardless, I'm gonna be looking to stock up. I'm gonna get a couple more boxes of these simply because I do want to take this rifle to the long range, because I'm being told it is much easier to shoot long range than a 223. I will let y'all know shortly. I love you guys. I will see y'all later.